I want to talk about Harry Kane and his injury for Tottenham, which looks like it's going to be quite long term. Obviously bad news for Spurs, I'm sure you're disappointed with that. But from an England perspective, is it a good thing to have a period out of the game before you play a major tournament, or do you want to go into it having just won the Golden Boot and scored 7 in the last 10 or whatever, you know?
It's a tough one, ain't it? Because I looked at Harry Kane. I'm a massive fan. I've made that very clear. I think he's one of the top strikers, not at the moment, one of the top strikers we've had of all time. It's a tough one, and we'll only know once the tournament's finished whether it's worked. I watched Harry this year, and I felt that there maybe was carrying a little niggle. He wasn't as mobile as we've seen him. You know, he still gets goals because he's such a big talent and he's so clinical in front of goal. But what he needs to do now is just, you know, he's out of the game. Let him refresh, let him regenerate, get back, and then he's got 2 months leading up to the tournament. I'm sure Tottenham fans will have other things on their mind, but from an England perspective, you know, the 3 months he needs to regenerate, but then that 2 months he needs to be playing well going into a tournament. You want to be playing well going into a tournament.
Oh, it's a huge blow for Tottenham, but I think it's a massive plus for England.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I think as long as he gets back by the end of the season and he's banging them in, I just think the rest will do him the world of good. I think in some of the major tournaments that we've had, although he's got goals in those tournaments, I don't think he's been the Harry Kane that we see for Tottenham. I genuinely think that he looks like he's been a bit jaded from the amount of games he's played during the season. I think this rest for England will do him the world of good, but obviously Tottenham fans won't thank me for saying that.
Do you think, to be on the safe side though, Gareth won't know whether he's in form going into the tournament? So do you pick up the phone to Jamie Vardy and convince him to play one last England tournament, because you're top scorer in the Premier League?
Oh, I said this even when Harry Kane was fit. Jamie Vardy would be an asset to any nation, I think. The way he's playing this season, he just seems to be getting better and better. I think he's a class act. I think he's just petrifies defences. And if I was Gareth Southgate, the first call, if he hasn't made it already, would be to Jamie Vardy and get him back.
Why would you not want Jamie Vardy playing for England?
Oh, for sure. I mean, the form is not just the form he's in. I think the character he is around the place as well. You know, it's not going to be one where the lads will be a little bit, you're not disappointed, but a little bit like, well, he's been away for 8 months and now he's coming back into the group. I think the lads love him. From the outside, it seems that way anyway. But tactically, the way England want to play, where they set up and they're going to catch teams on a counter-attack, I mean, that is Jamie Vardy. I think, I'm with Crouch here, I think it's vital he gets back into the England fold. And I'll be on the phone if I was the gaffer yesterday, seeing what his plans are.